Hi guys, it is Ron Durkin, Heather Morrison with Bold Beyond Belief. And I just want to come at you with a live, super quick. I did a training today, and it was for a professional women's alliance. And we talked about how to ask for what you want and what you're worth. And, which makes me so excited, just that topic makes me so excited. And one of the components was, one of the reasons that we don't ask for what we want and what we're worth is because of all the critics out there, right? All these people that are coming at us that are telling us, who do we think we are asking for that much money, or you can't charge your clients that, you're not worth that, or they'll never pay that, or, these are all those keyboard trolls that like to sit behind their keyboard, and while you're sitting there working in the trenches, they're the ones critiquing you. So my advice is to bless their heart. Now, I'm sure you've heard that term before, bless their heart. And I, growing up, always heard that term and used with, like a term of endearment. Like when you see a child in a cute little Sunday dress and you say, oh, look at her cute little Sunday dress, bless her heart. Or you see an old lady struggling across the street, and you see, somebody come along and help her walk across the street, you say, oh, bless their heart. However, it has come to my attention that is also a little bit of not an insult, but a nice way to tell people off. So when I was looking at the term for bless their heart, I came across this definition, which I thought was kind of funny. When you say bless their heart, you're talking to an ignoramus who bestows upon you unwanted advice. And I can't think of any term better than for those keyboard trollers to like sit there and critique everything that you're doing, right? And they're using that energy that they could be using to get in the trenches like you are, and they're using it to critique you. Okay, so what do you think about this? For a long period of time, I became a people-pleasing pretzel. And I like to tell people that I'm recovering rather, codependent. And a codependent is the kind of person that likes to take care of everybody. And the reason you do that is because you're trying to please everybody, right? And you feel that when you're in service mode and you are of service to everybody, that's how you're going to get people to like you. Okay, so this is what it is to be a people-pleasing pretzel. If we're getting into those people that critique us all the time, this is exactly what we're doing, because we're trying to be all things to everybody. We're trying not to pick anybody off. We're trying not to get anybody angry at what we're doing. So we contort ourselves to make sure that we're fitting into their boxes. Okay. And so my suggestion is, you're always going to have somebody that's going to think you are too fill in the blank. You're too fat, you're too short, you're too rich, you're too thin, you're too successful, you're not successful enough, right? You're working too hard on your business and ignoring your children. You're not working hard enough in your business, and your children are going to suffer. You're, whatever circumstances you're working through, someone's always going to critique it. Jeff Bezos says, if you never want to be criticized, for heaven's sakes, don't ever do anything. Because there's always going to be somebody there that is waiting to critique you. And 99% of the time, it has nothing to do with you. It's them. It's their story. It's their fear, right? I remember a time in college, and I tell this story quite often because it was such a poignant moment for me, and one that goes through my mind all the time when I see other people critiquing someone. So I had a roommate in college, and I said, we had a party once, and the guy across the street came over, and I said, I think he's kind of cute. I'm going to ask him out. And she said, well, that'll be kind of awkward when it doesn't work out. But, okay, I hadn't even asked the guy out for coffee yet. She had me into a coffee date, into a relationship, out of the relationship, which apparently ended very badly because now it's awkward between the two of us. Right? I didn't even ask the guy out, but because of her fear, because that's something she would have ever done, she was projecting that onto me. And again, 99% of what comes at you in the form of criticism is going to be because people are too afraid themselves, so they want to project it on you. And sometimes it comes at you from a place of care and concern. They don't want to see you hurt, right? So they think that by you going out and doing X, Y, Z, you're going to get hurt. But that's okay. That's okay. That's on you, right? That's okay. And so when you do get these people that come into your life, like to critique you, like to criticize you, you've got that little nagging, passive aggressive voice in the background, right? You can simply breathe it in, release it, and say, bless their hearts. Isn't that sweet? Bless their little hearts. It's funny because I hear the saying all the time that, what other people think of you is none of your business. I guess it's works for me, but it doesn't necessarily work for me. I don't necessarily agree with that because what people say about me, what their opinion is of me is my business because it's about me, but I don't care. It's the difference. I don't care, right? And that has set me up for bulletproof confidence. Now, I will preface that by saying it's not like I'm never fearful. It's not like I never look at someone's critique of me and think, maybe for a split second, maybe I am doing that wrong. Bless their little hearts and just let them be on their way. Now, I'm not saying that I'm a cold, heartless person. If I get critiqued enough about one thing and it's consistent and it's from multiple areas in my life, then yeah, I might take a look at that and think, well, that's feedback from people. Maybe I need to take a look at that. Maybe I need to, think about changing that. But if I'm getting a one-off here and a one-off there from somebody I don't even know that's, coming out with a piece of criticism that's described as a piece of advice, I'm not interested, right? Bless their hearts. Okay. So when people are coming at you and they're making uninformed, blanket decisions about your life, bless their hearts, right? Take it in, breathe it, and release it. Brene Brown wrote a book called Daring Greatly. And that line, Daring Greatly, was actually borrowed from or inspired by a poem by Theodore Roosevelt. And it's called The Man in the Arena. And I don't know if I heard, but you can look it up, you can Google it. The whole poem is about, the spoils and the virtue don't go to the person that's sitting on the sidelines or critiquing. They go to the person who's in the arena, who's got dust on their face and mud on their knees, who's actually doing the work, right? And if they fail, that's okay, because they failed daring greatly, okay? So if you're in the trenches and you're giving it 100%, and people are still coming at you with criticisms, breathe it in, let it go, and bless their little hearts, right? I'll leave you with this thought. Anytime you tie your self-worth to an external validation, you will always be disappointed. Let me say that again. Anytime you tie your self-worth to someone else's external validation, you will always be disappointed. Now, that's not to say that it's not good to get kudos from people. It's fabulous and it's wonderful, and we need that validation from our pride to tell us, great job, keep going, you're doing amazing, right? We need those things. But I don't do things in my life so I get those specifically for getting those external validations. Because if I don't, right, and I base all of my validation and all my self-worth on that, and I don't get it, that's where we get into trouble, right? That's when we start second-guessing ourselves. That's when we start sifting our business plan after we spent months making that, right? That's when we start second-guessing ourselves and going against what our intuition and what our gut is really saying, okay? So this week, I really want to encourage you to stop and think when you're getting that criticism. Take a beat before you take it in, release it, and then bless their hearts, right? Take a little time this week and think about this. Society and people are fickle. Meaning, if you are continually running the rabbit race of trying to live up to other people's expectations, what happens if they change those expectations? What happens if they change those expectations? Now you're turning and you're scrambling to try to fit in their other expectations, right? People are fickle. Society is fickle. Social media is fickle. So try to scramble around into other people's validation or other people's compliments or other people's likes, right? Or thumbs up or heart emojis or how many views, or if you're trying to do those things all the time, you're you're going to be disappointed. So I hope this serves you well this week. I hope that next time you get that little, that little painted criticism from the keyboard warriors who use all their energy to critique what you're doing instead of actually going on with their own life. I hope you can breathe, release, and bless their hearts. Take care. Bye bye.